Be honest, were you told you were gifted and talented in music education? Is that why you're here today? Because somebody told you you were untapped potential, just waiting to be explored because you were born with some kind of gift? Well, I'm here today to debunk that and explore some of the key points in the article, re-examining music education in a gifted and talented standpoint. So what necessarily is gifted and talented? It's essentially a set of criteria that educators use to separate students into two categories, on grade level and gifted and talented, and a lot of those criteria line up with similar traits of a type A personality, likes to get work done quickly, likes to be a leader, likes to be rewarded, and likes to be recognized. And as a very type A person, I can understand that to an enormous level, but what does that mean in a music education context, and why does that make someone gifted and talented? Essentially, teachers, we look at students through a professional lens, and we look for certain type of behavior and models that we have been taught or deemed correct. We like students who participate, students who are inventive, students who are imaginative, and students who make it known that they want to be in our class. But what about those students who are quiet, the ones who don't participate? Are we suddenly writing them off as on grade level or problematic students? Not necessarily. The idea of gifted and talented has kind of put a ridge between those students who we as teachers deem, professional versus those ones who we decide are not meeting our standards. So we need to really back up here, especially as music educators, and examine ourselves from the inside. How are we teaching? Are we teaching multiple ways? Are we really reaching our students? And are we teaching differently to those students who we deem as gifted and talented versus those who we are not? Are we investing more of our time in the ones that we think have potential? Or are we taking a second and realizing that those students who we deem necessarily on grade level might have untapped potential in another subject, or just not manifesting in our classroom? The main points of this article really focus around two different adjectives used to describe the same type of person. So imaginative for somebody who's GT, and daydreaming for someone who's not. Demonstrating big thinking for somebody who is GT, asking too many questions for someone who's not. Learning content quickly for someone who's GT, and being bored in class and disruptive for someone who's not. Two very different types of reactions, but they could be meaning the same thing. Always remember to look inside, ask yourself, are you making a hasty assumption? Are you teaching your material differently, especially in the music context? Because not everyone is going to like music, but everyone is capable of music, everyone can learn music. And as music educators, we need to remember that it's not always our students, but a manifestation of how we are teaching. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk, and I hope you learned a little something about GT in the music education context.